a soldier in the U.S. Cavalry. Right now he fights in Vietnam to keep that country free. Now Johnny has a girl back home, her name is Jenny May, and he made a solemn promise that he'd write to her each day. A week ago near Bongson Hill the sun began to shine, so Johnny thought he'd rest a while and drop this girl a line. He took his pen and he began to write, "My dearest darling May." Then a shot rang out and he turned around and he heard somebody say, "The Viet Cong's coming up the hill, 500 if there's one. They've got us 10 to 1. He said, "Come on, we'd better run." But Johnny jumped up to his feet, he held the letter tight. "Come on, you dog-faced soldiers, we're gonna stay and fight." Well, he dropped his pen and he grabbed his gun and he said, "I'll show you how to get him on the run." Then he started in a yelling and a shooting down the hill. "Come on, you men, just fire at will. I'm gonna keep the promise that I made to Jenny May. You can bet I'll finish this letter and I'll finish it today." Well, the bullets were coming from as far as you could see. The hill was alive with the charging enemy, but Johnny kept shooting and yelling just the same. The more he kept shooting, well, the more and more they came. Then he looked down at the letter. He still held it in his hand, and he said, "We won't move back an inch, we're gonna make a stand." Well, he looked around in his heart to town when he saw his company a holding ground. Old Glory was a flying and a waving in the breeze. Ain't never been an enemy to bring her to her knees. Well, we ain't gonna let it happen, not now or evermore. Besides, I've got a letter to write and mail it out by 4. Well, the cannon was a booming and the mortars were a zooming, and it looked like the 4th of July. And the hill was a burning, but the battle was a turning, 'cause they heard Johnny yell, "It's do or die." Now the company stepped forward, some hung their heads to pray. Then Johnny held his gun up high and the charge was on its way. Well, they ran down the hill just a shooting and a yelling and a mowing down the enemy as fast as I'm a telling, like a river over rapids, just a flowing and a going and a turning and a turning. Every commie is a learning that you can't stop Johnny Willow. So they ran with all their might from the brave young man with a letter in his hand and a carbine in his right. Well, Johnny is a hero, Johnny is a hero, the rich young man exclaimed, 'cause he led the way and he saved the day and he won himself this fame of a soldier without equal in the U.S. Cavalry.